Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the webinar in the series of our webinars, which is going on since April 2025. Today is webinar number 9, in which we are going to discuss something different. We are not going to discuss about any country or any program or finances or the process to go for studying abroad. Rather, we will be discussing what will happen once you start your journey at foreign destination. So the headline itself suggests that it's student life while you study abroad. It is going to be an exciting topic and something which is generally not given an importance by a student or even by a parent, because everybody is in the process of studying abroad, like preparing for the exams like IELTS, applying to the universities, visas, finances, bank loans. But nobody generally gives a thought about what will happen once I am at the destination. Okay, because certain things you have finalized before you go, but I think it is only 1% of the entire task. Actual things you face once you go on ground zero. You actually go there and you start. So we'll be taking you to the destination and we will start from there. So it is assumed that the student, those who are attending the webinar, are somebody who have already finalized the destination. They know where I'm going, which university, which program. And we will start from there, that once you land at that particular place, how will be your life? So let's start. Student life, study abroad, challenges, opportunities, and experiences. Very first slide is going to tell what we are going to discuss today in this particular webinar. We are going to discuss academics, what kind of studies we are going to pursue, what will be the curriculum, how will be academic life of a student, what will be the challenges, what you will face academic wise at that particular destination. Then second, very important, work opportunities. Every student generally seeks an opportunity to work part-time and even to work during the summers as an intern, or maybe a full-time during summers. So work opportunities. And we'll be also discussing some lifestyle changes, cultural differences, how a life will look. So definitely we are going to discuss about the student life, including academics, work opportunities, and your life there and at a foreign destination. So first we start, or we begin with an academic thing. Academic life, what differences we are going to face as a student and how dynamic it will be. Remember that you are going to a destination or a country where the education pattern is going to be very different than what you have followed in India till now. Indian education system is considered to be one of the best in the world, and it is one of the best in the world. But you are going to face something different, something which you are not practiced maybe before. So different study pattern. Classes will be more interactive. They may be, some classes will be online. There will be a lot of discussions. There will be a lot of topics which will give challenge to your critical thinking, and you will have a lot of assignments and all the stuff. Secondly, your curriculum will be quite project and assignment based, which will have a lot of practical component into it, like making some protocols, making some prototypes, making some real world projects, working on them, submitting various case studies and analyzing them, is something which will be a part of your academics at foreign destination. You will have a lot of assignments which will be in groups of students. You will not be alone. So maybe a four students together, 3 students together, you will have to submit the graded assignments. So your success is not only your success, it is a team success. So you'll be working in team, and you'll be trying to figure out how well you can get marks for your team. Very important is there is going to be a regular assessment that is week-wise maybe. So you start your studies in August. First week of August, you start your studies. Maybe you will have exam in the first week itself. Obviously, it's not exam which is going to cover all the curriculum, but whatever is taught to you in lecture 1 and lecture 2, maybe having an exam at the end of the week. That is very common. You might have a seminar which is for the next week. You might have midterm exams which will be after a month or 1.5 months of the semester. So your grading or your studies are continuous. They are you don't have an annual exam or a semester-wise exam pattern like, okay, you start in August, 3 months you don't do anything, and then suddenly in December you start preparing for the exams and then give exams, and out of 100, okay, I got 90, I got 80. It's not like that. First week might have 10 marks, second week might have 15, third week might have 5, fourth week might have 20 marks. So every week you will start gaining those marks and grades. So maybe when you come at the final stage, final week, 90% marks are done, only 10% are remaining. So you will get the point that it is going to be a regular assessment. Week-wise, you have to study. So throughout the semester, day-to-day basis, a student is studying. You are studying. It's not you are going to have a break in between your studies. You attend the classes, you give seminars, you make assignments, you make submissions, and you are ready. And again, lastly, there is going to be a different grading pattern. Mostly a GPA pattern is followed by foreign universities, but GPA system can be different. Some universities will have 4, some universities might have 6 or 10. So grading pattern will be different. Again, grades. Some universities will have A, B, C, D. Some will have A minus, B, B minus. Some will have A, B, B. So university-wise, it changes. So grading pattern is also different. So when you start your education journey at a particular university for any program, you are going to have all these academic changes, which you have to face as a student. You have to face it as a student and come out of it. It is not difficult. It is not difficult. Only thing is you should be ready to accept and adapt this academic change. You cannot compare what you have studied in India till now. It is not bad that what you have studied is not bad, but the pattern is going to be different there. So you have to adapt to that new pattern and get adjusted and go along well. And most of the students, especially our students, they do awesome. I have not seen a student of ASAC who is not prepared for this challenge, because we do prepare students for the change in this academic journey. Now we'll discuss the challenges, academic challenges. Now this is something which everybody will face. First is technology adoption. You might need to use new tools, new programs, new softwares, some digital learning platforms. So you must be technologically advanced. And if you're not, you must pick up technologically advanced. You should have proper electronic gadget for this. You should have a will to learn new ways of learning, and that becomes a challenge sometimes. What if you are joining a lecture and through your system you're not able to join it? What will happen? What will happen if you are not able to see the recording lectures? So those are technological issues. There are systems, there are ways by which you can resolve those issues, because they have technical team, they have experts who will help you out this. But many times I have seen students struggling at the initial stage, maybe when you go there and getting adapted with this new technique, new platforms, some students do struggle. Second, many students believe that, okay, I am going to a university, my study starts on 15th of August or 16th of August. Okay, first 2 weeks, it will be relaxed. It is not. So it is going to be a regular study pattern. And many students are not used to study every day or every week. So adapting to this consistent study habit and with the time management is a challenge. Many times I've seen students struggling because every week I have to study, every day I have to study. Maybe couple of hours, not more than that. But we are used to study like 10 hours, 15 hours at a stretch before the exam. But when actual exam will come, you will have to study again for 1 month or 1 hour, maybe not again for the whole night. So this change is many students struggle and becomes challenge for many students to work throughout the semester. Then comes important aspect, which is not frequently used in Indian contest or Indian examination pattern, because our pattern is mostly an exam pattern. So there is no way we can do plagiarism. Plagiarism is basically copying, like we do copying in exam papers. We take cheats and we write, which is not allowed, obviously. So similarly, plagiarism means copying something, but it is not copying from a sheet because it's not an exam. It's assignment which you submit. So there is something which is called as academic honesty, integrity, that whatever work you are doing, it's your own work. And if you are using someone works for this, you have to give the reference, you have to give the citations about it, that this work I have taken from this journal or this book, which is okay. So you are making an assignment on something and you use some reference of some other author or some other student or some other book. You can use it, you can use that line, but then you have to give the proper references that, okay, I have used his or her work and I have given my comments on it. If you are not doing this and you are just copying something from Google or ChatGPT or someone, then it's risky. Plagiarism is something which may make university to terminate your studies, take you out of the program, and this happens frequently. Happened with, unfortunately, happened with some of ACC students also in past. Many times we don't know that we are doing plagiarism and we do it. It's not intentional. So you have to be very careful. Entire work, whatever you do, must be your own work. And if you're using someone's works, then okay, you should give the citation and references for that. Any particular assignment, maybe which is of 1,000 word, you may have 200 or 250 words taken from here and there, no problem. But rest of 750 words must be your own words, your own work. And again, those 250 words which are taken from here and there, you should give references for that at the end. So people feel challenging many times to adapt to this technique, but you should do it. And lastly, academically, many people feel language barriers. Now, students feel that if I go to non-English speaking countries like Germany, France, Sweden, Denmark, where English is not a language of communication day-to-day basis, they speak their own languages. So I will have language barrier there. But even I have seen students not understanding the English accent of professors or other students or in groups. So even that becomes a language barrier. Although you are good at English, but you are not getting the accent of Americans or Canadians or Australians. So that is also a barrier in the, again, that is in the initial stages. So professor is describing some formula or explaining some phenomenon and you are not getting what he's saying. So that is a language barrier and that must be resolved as early as possible. That is the reason there are exams like IELTS, TOEFL. These exams will prepare you to catch that accent. But nowadays, many students get waiver for IELTS. Good, you get waiver, but you should be sure that, okay, your English is up to that mark. Otherwise, just prepare for the exam. Don't take an exam maybe, but prepare for it. Because you're going to an English-speaking country, but the people have different accent, different way of talking. So you must understand those ways and that language barrier should go. If you're going to a non-English speaking country like Germany, learn their language. You should learn their language because maybe your course is in English taught, but the group assignment, most of the other people will not be able to speak fluent English. What will you do? So adapt to that language. You have to learn the foreign language if you're going to non-English speaking countries. So that is also an academic challenge. But our students, they do it well. They overcome all these challenges easily. Now I have seen mostly the new generation students, they are technologically advanced. So first point will not be there in most of the cases. Regular study pattern, yeah, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks is difficult, but then there is no option. So people start doing it. Plagiarism, you get proper training for that. There are a lot of assignments given, a lot of informative articles and a lot of information stuff given to you by the universities. So be careful about it. And obviously language barrier, you can do it by only practicing and learning new language, learning new way of English also. You can do it. So overcoming your academic challenges, whichever are discussed, and maybe others which are not mentioned by us, will build you a strong future in that particular country. And it's a start, it's a kick start that your academics, because you are going there as a student. So your first focus should be on studies and study related matters. So these academics should be taken very seriously, and every student must get adapted well with those academics. Suppose you are not okay with the food, you are not okay with the local culture, maybe you can get along. Maybe you can, cook yourself for Indian food and eat it if you're not happy with their food. But academics, you don't have any choice. You will have to adapt. You will have to get from day one, go and come out with the flying colors. And you will do it. You will definitely do it. I can assure ASSC students, they do it excellently well. I have not seen people struggling a lot because we do prepare them. We just don't do the applications and visas part, but we prepare you for the academic challenges in foreign countries. Now we go to an interesting aspect, because every student is interested to work part-time. Every student, which is good. I appreciate. Student maybe at the age of 21, 22, maybe undergrad student at the age of 17 are willing to work part-time, which is really good. So working environment is like part-time work. Students do explore part-time work opportunities, mainly to support their expenses, living expenses, some other expenses, and maybe gain some valuable work experience on the CV as well. Now we learn to understand what type of jobs generally students do when they work part-time. Imagine an engineer, mechanical engineer maybe, or a computer science graduate. He or she goes to country like US, country like UK. What kind of part-time job a student will get? Whether a student will get job in an industry, whether a student will get job in a computing firm or accounting firm or finance, the answer is very difficult. You will not get it. You might not get a proper job on day 1 or day 10 or year 1. It's not going to be very easy. It's not that you are not capable, but you don't have those qualifications to work professionally. So a mechanical engineering student or a computer science graduate or maybe a lawyer with a law degree or whoever may not work in their own field when they're working part-time. They will have to work on some odd jobs which are easily available. If country like US, you can work only inside the campus of the university. But campuses are huge, vast. So they do provide a lot of work opportunities for students, including international students like us. So jobs can be in cafes, dining halls, maybe in parking malls, parking lots, shopping malls. These are mostly the jobs which students do. Some students are lucky to get a job in the department, which is some writing work or typing work or maybe some coordination work or something like that. So depending on these odd jobs, students get their first salary through these jobs, and students do it. So be ready to take up whatever job comes by. It can be a housekeeping job. Housekeeping job is basically cleaner, sweeper. But yeah, you have to use machines and clean everything. So people do take those jobs also. So there is nothing which is bad or nothing which you should not take. But always, if you take some job, keep upgrading yourself and try and get better jobs if possible. Now, once you get a job, suppose you get a job as a attendant in a cafe, in a bank, or attendant in parking area, or maybe a dining hub person. Generally, they have a positions like culinary assistant. So culinary means cooking and assistant means assistant, like helper. So we believe that culinary assistant means you will chop, you will do some baking. No, culinary assistant means even serving. Serving will also be including in that. So you might be on a counter, you might be taking plates, you might be washing plates. So this culinary assistant job. Now they have a different working style, working cultures, different environment. So you should understand those working styles. Mostly they use a lot of machineries for the system. They have protocols. Even if you are working as a culinary assistant, you should wear gloves, you should wear cap. So all those systems, their working styles are different. Mostly when they are working, they are not doing any other things. So they are focusing on the job. Once they are out of job, they will not think about job. So again, that style is different. So you will find a person completely working during working hours. Not like, okay, I'm at working hours and looking WhatsApp or looking, though is generally not seen. So you should be understanding that. Many times it's a teamwork. Many a times it's a teamwork. So you are in a team of 5 people, 4 people, managing a restaurant maybe, or managing a party or event. So you will have people from different countries, different origins, including the locals. So your team, suppose you're in Australia and you are an event attendant or you're working in some events. So you'll have maybe 2 Australians in a team, 1 person from Canada, 1 person from maybe Africa, you are the one. So it's a group. So that environment totally different, but you should adapt, you should adjust, and you should maintain good relationship. And lastly, generally they have a shift and hours of work culture. So you will get a shift of maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. In a week, you are allowed mostly to work 20 hours in most of the countries. Certain countries allow you to work only for 15 hours maybe. So you'll get shifts accordingly. And you have to work in those shifts. You have to work in those shifts. And once you're working in those shifts, you should be very punctual, attending to that particular job. That particular job you should be attending. So this is basically the work environment which a student has, and it's simple, it's good. Now let's speak about the challenges of part-time jobs, because part-time jobs is something which most of the students are doing it first time. They have not done in India before leaving for abroad, so it might be their first job. Some people generally have a work experience, so after studies they had a worked in some company. But again, that is a professional job. But here the job is different. So the first challenge is a lack of experience. We don't have experience of, washing plates, okay, greeting people, standing in a parking lot and, guiding cars, fueling on a fuel station or a petrol pump. Don't have a habit of, fueling cars. So it's something which is quite different. So lack of experience is there in many students and it's first time they're doing, so that becomes challenge. Certain physical challenges also evolve because some jobs will require you to stand at a stage for 4 hours or lift loads, loads maybe worth of 10 kgs, 11 kgs, or lifting trolleys. So, or maybe, rotations, going here and there, going throughout the university or throughout the area, walking maybe lot of kilometers. So those physical challenges also comes up, and that also demotivates many times students to go from this. Now, very important is study and work balance, because you are not full-time employee. You are a part-time employee. You have study also in picture. So you have to balance it well. There is a possibility that you have a shift at around 4 o'clock, 4 to 8 is a shift. And next day morning, you have a presentation and your presentation is not ready. So what to do? So you have to do 4 to 8 job, come home, and then from 8 to maybe night to 1, you have to prepare your presentation and next day go and present. So should be ready for this balancing act. Language barrier do come in this thing also, because many times you might not understand what people are saying to you. So because of that, you might feel demotivated. I'm not getting things and I'm not getting instruction, even my supervisors. So that language barrier also comes as a challenge while you work part-time. And lastly, cultural differences, because they have various different cultures and you don't know with whom you're working. So you might be having some cultural barriers to it. Simple example is that you're working in a restaurant maybe and you are a pure vegetarian and there are a lot of non-veg stuff which is happening nearby. So you might feel that, okay, I'm not comfortable with this. There is a possibility that your shift might be late night, which we are not used to. So you will have that challenge as well. So definitely there are a lot of language barriers which comes, and cultural barriers also comes in your entire thing, and that will hamper you many times for working part-time. So if you look at these challenges, you will realize that you have to be physically, mentally, psychologically prepared to work part-time. And once you're prepared, you will do better. Most of our students work part-time, rather everyone, I will say 100%. They work part-time in foreign destinations. Maybe it's US, UK, Canada, Australia, Ireland, Dubai, everywhere they work part-time. They even work full-time during summers. So they do overcome these challenges easily. And we always tell them, start preparing for these before you leave. Last week, I told two of my students, both are going to Australia, to RMIT University starting in July 2026, which is 1 month from now. They came to apply for the visa last month. So I told them, what are you doing now? They said, nothing, like we're sitting home. I said, go to McDonald's, start working. Go to maybe pizza. Domino's Pizza is very close to my office. Go there and start working. Maybe work as a delivery boy, no problem. So it was like they were quite apprehensive by this suggestion. They said, sir, McDonald's, if you work here, you will have that advantage. When you go to Australia, you have to work like this and earn good amount of money. So this is something which we prepare students. We prepare students that they will be ready to work, go and start working in those particular destinations. Now we go to the last part, that is third one, lifestyle change. A student, when you are at foreign destination, you will have to have a lifestyle change. You cannot keep the same lifestyle as you have kept here. Although your lifestyle might be good, enriching, but still you will have to follow some different lifestyle. First is there is a cultural mixed environment. So you will be having people from different parts, different creed, community, caste, don't know with whom you're working. So this cultural mixed environment is going to be there, which will change your lifestyle. You will be more independent and you will have all the freedom in your life there. There will be no imposed laws. There will be nobody who will be, telling you not to do this, not to do that. So you can say, I'm my own boss. So you are going to tell, okay, this is what I want to do, and you can do it immediately. So you will have that independence and freedom completely 24/7. You will have a lot of fun and excitement outside books, outside studies, exploring various experiences, enjoying social, cultural, different activities, different festivals of different countries. So you'll have all of fun and excitement. And last is trips and leisure time. You might visit nearby places or maybe some long places, go on road trips with friends. So this all is going to be a very important aspect of your journey. So you should embrace the journey, enjoy every moment of it, and create memories which will last for the lifetime. And you can do it only by adapting to that lifestyle change and making every day special at a foreign destination. Now we will see adaptation to this new life. All the way. Now we are talking about academic. We have discussed academic changes, what will happen. We'll discuss the work environment, how it will change, and we have discussed how your lifestyle will change. Now we will see how you adapt to this new life. You can adapt to this new life by learning new skills. Be ready, be prepared to learn something new, which will come. Keep learning and upgrading your skills to grow personally, professionally. Every moment, keep growing. Be ready to learn whatever comes by. It's going to be a school everywhere, not just inside the classroom or inside the college. Even outside, you will learn a lot of things. Respect different cultures, communities, people from all parts of the world. If somebody is doing something different, which you might not like, still understand why he or she is doing it, why he or she is following that. Maybe he's from different country, different religion, different caste, different creed, whatever. You should start respecting different cultures. Be physically and mentally fit. If you're physically unfit, it's very difficult to adjust and adapt and enjoy your life there. You should have a proper diet, healthy diet, proper exercise. And mentally also, you should be very fit, very stable, because there will be a lot of challenges coming up. We already discussed the challenges. So once the challenge will come, you'll have to solve it with a calm, cool head. Correct? You cannot keep shouting on people. You cannot keep shouting on yourself. You cannot keep shouting at people in India. You'll have to take some way out of it and proceed. Go ahead. Socialize and network. Very important for everything. For your studies, for your jobs, for your life. If you don't socialize, you remain alone in your own cocoon, you will not be an ideal person or ideal student for studying abroad. You have to make connections, make new friends, expand your network for your better opportunities. Throughout the world, you will expand your network. So you will have to socialize. You will have to meet many people and make connections with them. And always stay open to everything, whatever is coming. Take positives, leave negative problems, solve them on day-to-day basis, but remain positive. Experiences will come. Some experiences will be good. They will be soothing. Some experiences will be bad, but still take them. Take them as your journey. Whatever happens, if you do mistakes, okay, this is my mistakes, go ahead. And you have to stay positive throughout the journey. So adapt, grow, and embrace the journey. Your new life is full of all the possibilities which will come by. Now, we will conclude it by a couple of slides, mainly how to make studying abroad a great experience. Because when you go to study abroad, you know that you are starting a new journey. You are starting a new life, you can say. So how to make this a great experience? Maybe you study for a year, maybe you study for 2 years, maybe you can study more like 3 years, 4 years. PhD student sometimes studies for like 6 years, 7 years. So whatever years you are studying, maybe a year, you have to make it the most memorable year of your life. And for that, learn new topics and subjects, be okay for learning, adapt, research and develop. Be adapting everything, whatever is coming by. Make friends all over the world. As far as possible, socialize and make friends all over the world. Earn money with good grades. Like work part-time, earn good money also, good grades also. Keep it balanced. Don't just earn money and low in studies. Don't just study and get first class, first person and no job experience. No. Balance it. Earn good amount of money. That will reduce the burden of your family also. And you will also feel self-satisfied that, okay, I have supported my studies partially. Live a different lifestyle. When you go there, you are adapting for the new lifestyle, leave that. That lifestyle will have positives, that lifestyle will have negatives, but try and leave it. Try and experience that, because you are not going to get that experience every year or rest of your life maybe. And earn a job post your studies. If you want to earn a job post your studies, you will have to make your studying abroad the most enriched period of your life. During that period of year or 2 years, if you get maximum and develop yourself or transform yourself into a true professional, true citizen of this world, your job will be easy to come by. Then it can be any country. It can be US, it can be UK, it can be anywhere. I have my students, mostly they get jobs after they finish their masters or bachelors. Why they get it? Because they have lived their life with a lot of hard work and lot of skill set being adapted. They they got to this particular level. So you can make your studying abroad as the best experience or the best period of your life by taking all these steps. And lastly, caution. Lastly, it's very important to understand what you should avoid. Certain things as a studying abroad aspirant, you must avoid. First, over-friendly people or students. Sometimes some people become so over-friendly and try and bully you and try and take out something, or there are some wrong intentions. So avoid them. When we are socializing, when you are making networks, there has to be a safe distance kept with everyone, because you cannot trust people blindly. So don't just go over friendly or just go with the people, those who are over friendly with you. Be careful. Activities against rules and laws of that particular country or that particular university. Already we discussed about plagiarism, which is very risky. Like you copy some assignment and submit, you are at risk. Similarly, parking, certain rules in the society, certain rules of housekeeping, keep all of them in mind and don't do something which is against law. Your friend is doing doesn't mean you will also get along with it. Be careful about it. So follow all the rules, all the laws possible as far as possible. Negligence of health and well-being is also should be avoided. Many people, because they are all alone, they get all the independence in their life. They don't follow proper healthy lifestyle, or they don't follow proper diet, proper food, and become sick, become unable to, somebody who is unable to do the studies, which is wrong, which is quite dangerous for your studying abroad plans. So you'll have to be good health throughout your journey. Many people give more focus on fun element on. They start believing, okay, I'm in UK, I'm in London, best part of the world. Okay, let's enjoy nightlife, this, that. They keep enjoying, and no focus on studies. That is bad. You're gone there to study. You're gone there as a student. So 80% of your focus must be on studies. You must study properly. You must get good grades. You must understand. You must learn. And remaining 20% of your life, you may give for your fun, entertainment. Otherwise, if your focus is not on study, eventually you will not be able to complete the program, or even if you complete the program, you will not be able to stay in the country longer. And lastly, not following safety precautions. Every university, every country have certain safety precautions. Many people do not take them seriously. Like certain areas are not good. Certain places, especially at night time, are not safe. So you must not go there. You must stay at your home after a certain time. You must go in groups. Don't go alone there. When people are telling you that this is risky, you should not make the stunts, so that you will remain safe and that will be very comfortable. Because something happens with you wrong there, it's completely agony, completely a waste, and it's trauma for you, your family. So you have to be careful. So stay aware, make wise choices, and prioritize your safety and well-being, and prioritize your studies as well. Study first and then fun part. You will get balanced one, and that will give you an excellent life. So if you avoid these things as a studying abroad student, you will be successful. We take a pride in stating that during the last 24 years of our journey as Akshay Study Abroad consultants, we have guided 7,000 plus students. And out of these 7,000 plus students, we are in still touch with maybe more than 5,000 of them, and everybody is doing great. Some are back in India and doing great. Some are there and doing great. Why this has happened? Because they have learned how to behave, how to live life. They have gained the proper experience, and they have progressed. Today they are successful. Credit is not to us. Credit is not to anybody else. Credit goes to them, because they have gone through all these hardships, all these challenges, but they have made themselves capable. They have made themselves capable of working there, staying there, or maybe after coming back, they are such a grown-up students or such a grown-up candidates that they got external opportunities in India as well. So after your studying abroad is over, whichever part of the world you go, including India, you should be successful. And for that, make your studying abroad journey a great one. And we at Akshay Study Abroad Consultant will make sure that you are getting all the information about how a student lives in abroad, and it will helpful for you to become a successful studying abroad student. I thank you, all of you, for attending this particular webinar and listening to me patiently. I hope the presentation was motivating and presentation was something which gave you a clear picture about the journey of a student at foreign destination. And with this, I finished the presentation. I am stopping the screen and okay, so we are starting with the question answer session, and already there is one question which is there in the chat box. Students can ask more questions as I will start answering them. The very first question is interesting. It's something, does Akshay Study Abroad help student if they have any problems after they go abroad? It's a very good question actually. We do, but there are limitations for our help, because once a student has gone to a particular destination, he is completely a part and parcel of that university or that country. Depending on what problem a student is in, we guide them. Many times I meet parents coming and telling me that this problem has come or that. We do guide them, because mostly the universities there, they have a proper system to address your questions. For example, I recently met one parent who a student went in January and he said, sir, his accommodation is not good and he has some wrong roommates and he is feeling a lot of problems and all. So I guided them to an accommodation help team there, which helped him, and eventually they changed the room of a student. So many times students and parents, they are not aware about what kind of support, what kind of services we get from the university, from the accommodation services, from everywhere. So we do guide accordingly. And we do have a lot of alumni there. So we do give contacts of our alumni. So to them also many times the problems are solved. But our students are smart enough. So problems are mostly less. But yes, we can do whatever we can do the best. Although we do not take guarantee of a student when he is in abroad. But yeah, we do the best for our students, definitely. Anybody has any questions, you may ask, you may type. We have got some time. Questions started coming. Yeah, regarding my alumni support, there is a question. Do you have alumni support there to any student? Yes, we do have. As we have so many thousands of students already studying in various destinations, we do give support to alumni. We do provide the contact numbers of the alumni, and then the student and parents contact him or her, and then the rest of the things are sorted out between them. So we do best again in this. Again, there is no guarantee that we will have alumni which university you go, but mostly you get it. And our alumni are very good. We are very thankful to our alumni network that they are really helping, not us, they are helping Nasik students, they are helping North Maharashtra students from Maharashtra. So which is very good. And I'm highly thankful to our alumni that do, they, most of them, they do incredible job. They go out of the way and support students, those who are incoming, and that is something which is really appreciated. I guess we can take more questions if there are any. Anybody has any questions, you can type so that we can take them. Okay. So I believe the questions are over. So that is it. So again, thank you all for joining this particular webinar, and we hope that you got to know a lot of information about how is the life of student there at foreign destination, and that will definitely help studying aspirant. I can see some of our students also join. So studying abroad aspirants, those who are there. It will definitely help them to understand the challenges and carve their niche again ahead there and provide. There is one last question by one student. Does Akshay Study provide support for accommodation? Yes, we do provide support for accommodation. We have our lot of vendors, those who are there in different cities, so they do help. And we have a team, accommodation team at our center. They help for accommodation. So mostly every student gets proper accommodation through us. Is it difficult to adjust to a new country and culture? It is not at all difficult, especially for young students between the age of 18 to 25. It is not difficult. It is an easy thing, provided you are mentally prepared for it. So if you are going abroad in September 2027, start it from today, 1 year. 1 year, prepare yourself. So it will be a just cakewalk for you. But if you suddenly go there without understanding anything and then start facing the music, then there will be a difficulty. So joining companies or consultancies like Akshay Study Abroad will help you to bridge the gap between your way and what you're going to face there. So it will be little easy transition for you if you are going abroad through us. So that we can always boast and always tell. Definitely. So that is it. Thank you again and wish you all the best and see you soon at our office. Thank you. Bye-bye.